Hello, I'm Chris from TechSpert, and today we're having a proper squint at the HP Elitebook 1040 G11. HP's latest laptop designed for modern leaders and road warriors. And not the mental murdery folk from Mad Max, but anyone who, unlike me, has an actual proper job with things like colleagues that they might need to stay in touch with as they roam about the place. They probably wear a nice suit as well, rather than just whichever t-shirt has the least obvious stains that hopefully won't show up on camera. Yeah, these high flyers need something portable to work on with great battery life, excellent security features and no compromises to performance. And that's where HP's Elitebook 1040 G11 comes swaggering into the joint. You've got an Intel Core Ultra processor running the show, and this also unlocks a whole heap of smarty pants AI features. So let's take a tour of some of the spangliest features, and a massive thanks to HP and Intel for sponsoring this video. Cheers! If you want a laptop to lug around all day, you'll definitely want to go with something compact like the Elitebook 1040 G11. This 14-inch notebook weighs just 1.18 kilos, so even a small child could carry it about for you. In fact, if you've got a small child, I highly recommend getting them to do that, because what do they think this is, a free ride? That slender aluminium frame is lightweight, but it's also reassuringly rugged. Can certainly tolerate a fair bit of abuse. In fact, HP has put this thing through no less than 19 military standard durability tests. This is even tougher than a concrete Dolph Lundgren. And it's reasonably skinny as well, so the G11 can slip in pretty much any backpack going, even a decent sized handbag. This here is the rather fetching new Glacier Silver colour option, complete with a lovely matte finish, so it's more resistant to fingerprints and smudgy ickiness compared with last year's G10. Now I'm going to constantly polish the ruddy thing, and HP has actually recycled some ocean-bound plastics for some of the speaker and keyboard components. And this version of the G11 has a 180-degree hinge, but you can also pick it up in an X360 flavour with a full 360-degree hinge. So you can transform it into a tablet for sketching, all kinds of clever stuff. And despite its compact size, the G11 packs a respectable selection of ports as well, including dual Intel Thunderbolt 4 USB-C connections with DP 1.4 support. You've also got some HDMI 2.1 action alongside those bad boys, and then if we flip the Elitebook around, well, by crikey, you've got a third USB-C port, this one with 10 gigabits per second signaling rate, and again, a bit of DP 1.4. as well as a full-sized USB-A 3.2 port and an optional nano SIM card reader. Now, the HP Elitebook 1040 G11 boasts all kinds of brilliant built-in features, and one of my favourites is Instant On. Now, say you've just stepped away from your desk for a moment to go for a much-needed coffee or just have a chat with Kev from accounts. You come back to your desk, the Elitebook detects that you're there, scans your mug just to make sure that it's you, and then you're straight back into your desktop. No piddling about with passwords or any of that. And as well as face recognition, the Elitebook also has a fingerprint sensor built into that power button, which again, nice and nippy. So lots of speedy and secure ways of unlocking this laptop. And likewise, if the Elitebook detects that you've sodded off for yet more coffee, it can automatically hibernate, just in case you forget to lock it yourself. And as usual, HP has chucked on its excellent Wolf security suite, which is packed full of tools to help keep you safe, keep your privates private. This can also help you to remotely find and secure your laptop if you happen to leave it down your local after a particularly grueling afternoon work session. And HP's fully backlit keyboard is an absolute joy to work on as always. Nicely spaced and sized keys. A pleasingly firm typing action. My only grumble would be the single row enter key, as usual. And you've got an even larger touchpad for this generation, which is actually pretty good, so don't need to cry too hard if you leave your mouse at home. Now, the HP Elitebook 1040 G11 is powered by your choice of Intel Core Ultra 5 or 7 processors, backed by up to 32 gigs of tasty RAM. And that's certainly more than enough grunt for multitasking on the move, and even creators can get involved as well with some photo editing, bit of light video editing on the side. And of course, HP has chucked in a dedicated cooling system to keep the Elitebook from getting toasty on the go, complete with a high density turbofan. If you jump on into the My HP app and go to System Control, you'll see there's an option there called Smart Sense. This optimizes the cooling levels on your behalf, ensuring that the Elitebook runs as quietly and as efficiently as possible. And of course, if you're getting stuck into some proper serious work type shenanigans, it ensures that that performance is maxed out. And HP reckons that SmartSense offers you a 40% performance improvement while keeping the Elitebook 40% quieter than the previous generation. And you've also now got lap detection built in there, so the Elitebook will run a bit cooler when it's nestled around your thighs. No more dry roasted nuts to contend with. Phew. But that's not all for the AI type shenanigans, because the Elitebook 1040 Gi comes with a built-in Copilot key, handy for coming up with video ideas when my brain's feeling a bit fuzzy. Who needs creative talent when you've got AI? Now HP has slapped a 14-inch anti-glare display onto the Elitebook 1040 Gi. It is IPS tech by default, but you can upgrade to OLED for a bit extra cash. My IPS model boasts pretty respectable colour output. You've got 100% of the sRGB gamut covered and around 75% of the Adobe RGB and P3 gamuts. It's a 1920 by 1200 pixel resolution, so pleasingly crisp for all of your office tasks and even more creative fare. And as well as that anti-glare coating, the screen brightness hits roughly 400 nits when you max it out. So I could even see what was going on under the fierce glare of my studio lights. And the Elitebook can be comfortably used outdoors, absolutely essential when you're traveling. Also perfect if you just want to catch some rays while you work. And you could also upgrade to an optional HP SureView privacy screen to help prevent any sneaky swords from peeking over your shoulder, getting a good old squint at whatever you're up to. And whether you're on a video call or just kicking back with some Netflix in your downtime, the Elitebook's quad speaker setup will make sure you hear every word, even in quite a raucous environment. Now, squirreled away here in the top bezel of the Elitebook 1040 G11, you've got a 5 megapixel privacy camera, as you can see there, with a dinky little LED that flashes on whenever it's in use, so you know that it's active. And with just a quick flick, that camera is hidden away behind the built-in privacy shield. And that camera can capture footage at 1440p resolution, so nice and crisp. And as you can see there, this camera really isn't bothered by strong backlighting or anything like that. The camera will keep you looking nice and crispy and with natural looking skin tones. In my case, obviously spectral white. In fact, the Elitebook actually boasts built-in dynamic color tuning using AI smarts to keep you looking as natural and human as possible, even if the lighting is absolute cack or you're sat in front of some really bright, bold backgrounds. And if you are in a video chat, don't worry about rummaging around for your headset or anything. You've got dual built-in mics with the audio fine-tuned by Poly Studio to keep your vocals crystal clear. You've also got smart dynamic voice leveling, so if you have to back off away from the laptop so you can gesticulate wildly, for instance, it'll make sure that your voice still comes through nice and loud and clear, just as if you were sat right in front of the laptop. And those AI audio smarts can also reduce any background shindiggery going on, like for instance your family members screaming at each other in the next room along. It's got to be pretty common for most of us. So those AI smarts can really help to boost your productivity, improve your workflow, and lend a helping hand to those collaborative efforts online. And of course, plenty of other built-in AI camera smarts, including automatic framing. You can get some jazzy background effects on the go as well. And if we jump back into the My HP app and this time go to Battery Manager, well, this is another AI-powered tool, which this time can maximize your battery performance. This is mostly fully optimized to give you the best possible battery life out of your Elitebook, but you can also maximize the battery health. If you're worried about that degrading over time, this just prevents overcharging. And the 1040 G11's battery life is better than ever. A big jump up from the previous model. You now get roughly 19 hours of video streaming, for instance, from a full charge. And with mixed use, you'll get a full day of play. No worries, that's with plenty of multitasking, lots of apps on the go at the same time. So if you are on the road a lot, you need a dependable laptop to keep you going. You won't be constantly hunting around for a charging point. And there you have it, my lovelies. That in a tasty wee nutshell is the fresh new HP Elitebook 1040 G11. Ideal for any workers who are constantly on the move with its bright anti-reflective display, its all-day battery life and its compact, lightweight design, while that Intel Core Ultra processor accelerates your AI workloads. It would be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. A massive thanks once again to HP and Intel for sponsoring this video. Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you.